what a great game for him.
Always just a jersey number, now they know my name.
Look for him to be a candidate.
You're going to remember where you were,
Nice in the gym, I'm deserving of
which is insane.
coming off the bench.
The league is moving in a new direction.
He's done this in every single series.
I was coming off the bench.
No lead is safe.
What is good, everybody? Welcome back to episode 6, 7 at this point of Off the Bench. I'm back with my co-host Jimmy, and we got a lot to talk about. Everyone saw the game 1 yesterday, how Halliburton hit the game winner for the 4th time in this playoff series, or this playoff. And let's talk about that, man. That game 1 was kind of a wild one, you know. They had like 15 plus turnovers in the first half. And it was looking like OKC was kind of running with it, and they're going to take this one. But like Halliburton and the Pacers have always done, is they stuck around. They stuck in between a manageable comeback, and they got it done. Like it was an intense fourth quarter that the last 3 minutes were amazing. You saw that Nembhard shot that he hit. That was quite amazing. It was a great shot. And Halliburton hit that mid-range shot to take him over. And what are your thoughts on that game, Jimmy?
Man, so obviously, what the Halliburton? I mean, this guy, he didn't have a great game to start out
At all.
And like we talked about in the series, the Thunder defense was absolutely lights out first half. I think I want to say they created 15 plus turnovers, man. I mean, insane defensive masterclass from the Thunder in the first half. They were locking down the Pacers. The Pacers could not do anything on offense, right? And you get into the second half, and the Pacers, we've seen this story from them before, right? They just start hitting shots. They're getting involved. Andrew Nembhard, you know what play I'm going to talk about. I mean, the ISO he had on Shea. I've never that face that all hoopers know, that was what he did to Shea on that play. What a epic move, and that really sparked that for them to really get back into it. That's like, oh, hold on, the Pacers are not dead. And then if you give him time at the end of the game, their player Halliburton, he'll come through. And we've said it all along, right? He's built for that moment. He's built for it. And obviously, the critics have a point. They had a point. He didn't have a great season. But, man, the story he is creating for himself in this postseason, Sonny, has been nothing short of just successful, and I'm loving it. I'm not loving it as – because the Pacers eliminated us. I'm loving it as for a basketball, just seeing a guy who's just defying – a narrative about him. It is a good story. So yeah.
No, for sure, dude. It was a series of shots. It was that Nembhard shot, the Nesmith shot in the corner, the Miles Turner bank shot that went in. It was a bunch of shots. And shout out to the Pacers bench. Obi Toppin came in hot, hit like 5 threes or something, and they just stayed in it, dude. They weren't like completely out. The largest lead OKC had was 15. So we know with this Pacers team, that's nothing, that they can come back from that. And our boy Dominic said that the Thunder led for 48 minutes and 57 seconds or something, and the Pacers only led for like 0.3 seconds, which is insane to even think about. But that's all that matters.
And you cannot, like I said, like you said, no lead is safe. In the playoffs, like nowadays with the 3-point shot, a 15-point lead, that's more of like you're couple threes, you're back into it. So the Pacers just kept at it, and you alluded to the fact Obi Toppin, you know, what a great game for him, right? I mean, we just know him as a high flyer from New York, you know, watching him. That's all his athleticism stood out, but he was actually putting in some good work on the offensive end and making some plays on the defensive end. So they got a lot out of their bench. And we talked about this. Depth is the key. And the Pacers have that, and they're able to match that with the Thunder. last video, I said that this is going to be a very tough series, and I think that people really need to highlight coaching in this matchup as well. Rick Carlisle is a seasoned NBA coach, right? And down in the clutch, if you got the scheme and you got the guy that's going to go ahead and get you that bucket, you have Halliburton, when you can count on when you need a guy, when you need a score. It's a recipe for success, and I think the Thunder, this caught them off guard, right? That really caught them off guard. So I'm just saying, look out. This is going to be a series. Going to be a series.
Predicted, me, Taylor, and Jimmy, we all predicted the Thunder winning 4-5, and it can still happen, but they need to win. They need to win this next one on the road. They can't go down. They can't go down 0-2. Last night, Chet and J-Dub did not have a great showing at all. And, actually the Thunder did not play that well offensively. They were good on defense, but it wasn't your typical Thunder's game on the offensive side. But I'm excited to see, man. I'm rooting for the Pacers now because you can't, dude. That Halliburton shot was one. This Halliburton run is you're gonna remember where you were when this was going on. This is I don't remember anything similar to this because he's done this in every single series. The conference final, the final, against Milwaukee, it's out of this world what he's doing right now, and I can't believe it, man. But next game is tomorrow around 8:30. So again, it's in OKC, and they look to bounce back, man. They can't go down 0-2, especially when they're going to Indiana next for Game 3. So it's gonna be something interesting. Obviously, people who are complaining about the ratings, rating this, ratings that, they can put that to bed because real hoopers and real NBA fans, they love this series, and they're going to continue loving this series. And moving on to our next thing, man. Jimmy, last time we were here, Tom Thibodeau was your head coach. Then he got fired. I'm not fired, but they parted ways with him. And they're now in search for a new head coach. So you're the Knicks guy. I want you to take the floor for a minute. What's expected to happen?
Yeah. So, a couple of videos ago, I talked about maybe us going a different direction in terms of head coach, right? Just because I thought I was noticing Coach Tom Tibbs is getting out coached by Rick Carlisle. You can see it. No adjustments being made. And they needed something else because you see what the Knicks have at display offensively. They have all these weapons, and they just were not utilized right. Tibbs didn't go deep enough in his bench. He did, but it was too late. We're already down 0-2, right? And we've been clamoring for a lineup change because it wasn't working. When you're down, and this goes back to the Boston series, when you're down consecutively, back-to-back, you're down 20 points, something's not right. That's not right. And so the Boston series did not save Tom Thibodeau's job at all. It just kind of honestly highlighted, man, we really shouldn't be. This is kind of almost a luck situation, and almost like, did we deserve to get out of this round like this? It was bittersweet. I think we definitely outplayed Boston, but you saw this Pacers series was winnable, but there's no adjustments being made. And Sonny, they're coming out and they're saying there's a couple candidates in mind. One would be Johnny Bryant. He was an associate head coach, right, under Tibbs for about 4 years, and a really young, bright, offensive-minded coach. And I think and he has familiarity with Jalen Brunson and this Knicks core. A lot of Knicks front office guys are, clamoring for him and have him in high regards over there. So look for him to be a candidate. Another one that actually just recently came out was Jason Kidd, Sonny.
Yeah, I saw that.
So Jason Kidd right now is currently the head coach for the Dallas Mavericks. And obviously he took that team to the Western Conference Finals and also a finals berth, right? So you would think that wouldn't be an option. But turns out, right, the Knicks are looking to get permission to speak to him. And there's two sides of this for me. There's a Knicks side, the Knicks fan side of me, where, I don't know, there's a guy who,
He's from Greece. Call him the Greek Freak.
Uh, he used to play for Jason Kidd. Now
To
I don't
start
know
his
if you've been
career,
hearing
actually.
out of his career, and also credits Jason Kidd for his his development in throughout his career. So are the Knicks doing a little bit of a let's go get the coach of the guy and maybe he'll want to come here? It only takes, let me tell you, and that's the Knicks side and the Knicks fan side of me. It only takes Giannis to say, "Hey, you know what? I want to be a Knick," and it happens. The second side is just getting an experienced head coach in there who's played for the New York, the organization. There's people that he's familiar with. Jalen Brunson, Jalen played underneath Kid, and like I said, it would make sense. He could be able to utilize the talent that we have on the bench. He'd be able to utilize offensive schemes, match things up, maybe utilize Cat in the way that he needs to be utilized, right? I think he could be the coach right there. That could be an option. That's the second side of me. But all in all, man, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Those are the two candidates, if they had to be a coach, that I would prefer. But it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks, and time will tell who will be the New York Knicks head coach, Sonny.
What was your initial reaction seeing the Thibs news?
My initial reaction, I was a little bit shocked that they made that move so abruptly. 3 days after we got eliminated,
And then
but I
and the
wasn't.
report came out. A report came out saying that he was safe too. So like
Yes, yeah. And by the way, whoever that reporter is, hey, rest in peace to your journalism job. You are cooked. You were cooked because that didn't happen. So I think this just goes to show you that the Knicks organization, they mean business. Our goal is to win a championship. And I love Tibbs to death. I think you have to look at these last 5 years. He is the guy at the helm. He is the catalyst for the transformation of the Knicks being relevant again. You got to give credit to Tibbs, and we will always, real Knicks fans know, we will always give credit to Tibbs while it's due. But he's just, we need to take that next step, and he's just not that guy to make that. We need a more innovative
exactly.
guy to get more out of Cat, guys like Mikal. We can't have Mikal sitting in the corner. That's not his game. He's not a. You got to get him moving around, and he's got to be able to have the ball and create offense for himself. That's where he's valuable. Um, and so
And I
that's
think
just
I think there's a point. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. You're good.
Oh, I was gonna say I think a point that like you just said was like you can have a head coach that takes you as far as they go, but then that's their ceiling, And the Knicks don't want
Yeah.
to be stuck in that ceiling of a second round of a conference final team. They built the team to win the finals, and if your coach is not gonna get you over that hump, you got to go in a different direction. I completely agree with the motive of it. And
Yeah.
yes, Thibs has won 50 games in a row twice now, but he still hasn't gotten over that hump.
It's the
So
hump. Yep.
I think the Knicks made the right choice. And the league, coaches wise, they're going younger. Like they're going younger and more like new brand of basketball. And
Yeah.
I think that's the approach that the Knicks are going to take. Go ahead.
There's like you said, the young approach, the young mind. You see the Joe Mazzulas, the Will Hardys. These guys are getting opportunities, and teams are looking at that because again, the league is moving in a new direction. Offenses are getting more creative, and you need an offensive just got you got to have a guy that could be able to manufacture all of this. That's why Halliburton is doing so well because you see what Rick Carlisle is doing with that team. He's doing numbers. And I'll say one more thing before we wrap it up about Thibodeau. A report came out and said that the Knicks were concerned about Jalen Brunson's usage. Where have we heard this story with Tibbs? Derrick Rose. So there were just concerns because you can't have the today's NBA, you can't have one guy running the show anymore. It is now about cohesive and getting everybody involved, because spreading the ball around creates mismatches, creates opportunities to score. It changes the defense around, and so yeah, he's this narrative about Tibbs has never changed, and it will never change. You are who you are, and as fortunate as we were to have these 52 plus back-to-back 50-win seasons and get to the ECF for the first time in 25 years, it's time that we need a new voice, and it's time we take that next step towards actually getting an NBA chip since
No, for sure.
1970 something. I wasn't even a thought back then, by the way. So yeah,
100% agree, man. That's the approach I think the Knicks are taking.
yeah,
And I guess we just have to wait and see who they select. We'll make a video on their coach's decision whenever they do make it. And we're making videos on the Lakers soon. I know I got some off-season stuff that I want to get off my chest. And we got a lot of videos coming up, man. We trying to build up content. We've been uploading a lot more recently. So we just want to thank everyone for watching. This has been Off the Bench. Jimmy, any last words?
yeah. Again, guys, we were trying to get consistent and really pump out content for you guys, and we appreciate the support. And stay tuned. We have way more in store. We ain't going
Yeah.
nowhere. Off.
For sure, man. Go follow the Instagram, the TikToks, the Twitters, and I'll see you guys next time.
Yes, sir.